Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Liz Quirantes.
And I'm Jim Grimes. Well, today, in other news, a political bombshell here in Florida. Less than 41 days until the election, the Florida Attorney General, now a Republican, calling for an investigation into billionaire Michael Bloomberg, who has now pledged millions of dollars to help felons in the state to regain their voting rights just in time to cast their ballot in November.
The concern is whether that effort is intended to help Democrats win in the Sunshine State. CBS 12's Jay O'Brien broke this story that could tip the scales in a very critical swing state, Jay.
Yeah, Liz and Jim, it's been a long day for us. This afternoon, the state attorney general called on the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the FBI to look into whether billionaire Michael Bloomberg's plan violates state and federal laws against buying votes. 2 years ago, Floridians overwhelmingly voted to allow convicted felons like Derrick McCray their voting rights back once they've done their time. Republicans in the state legislature soon changed that, requiring felons to first pay any outstanding fines, victim restitution, and court costs before they could cast a ballot. The owner of a successful barbecue shop,
sweet and a mild sauce,
Derrick, paid his debt and voted for the first time in years in the state's primary last month. Democrats believe voters like him could tip the scales in a swing state where Biden and Trump are neck and neck.
That one vote counts. If they think it don't, they're crazy.
And it's a question for everyone.
That's where billionaire political activist Michael Bloomberg comes in, pledging to raise $16 million to pay outstanding legal debts and allow thousands of felons to vote in this election. The money would be distributed by nonprofit groups to felons who apply, a cause supported by donors like Michael Jordan, Hollywood media companies, and even religious groups. But according to a Washington Post article, Bloomberg's team would focus on paying the fines of black and Hispanic felons, saying those voters will overwhelmingly support Democrats. That got the attention of Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. According to this memo obtained by CBS 12 News, he asked Attorney General Ashley Moody to investigate. She's now calling on the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the FBI to look into if Bloomberg violated laws on buying votes.
That is pay for play. It's not lawful in Florida.
Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz was the first to call for an investigation.
They found a specific segment of black and Latino voters that they are going to restore to the voter rolls, and they say that their expectation is to be rewarded by the votes of those individuals.
But state Democrats are calling the inquiry a political stunt. Palm Beach County Defense Attorney Ian Goldstein says making a case against Bloomberg would be tough. A conviction would require some proof of a quid pro quo, paying people's fines only if they commit to vote Democratic.
There would have to be an agreement, just not an expectation, not a hope, but an agreement.
In her letter to the FBI and the FDLE, the Attorney General cites legal precedent indicating that even innocuous incentives to vote, like the one that Bloomberg is providing, could technically still violate the rules. And late tonight, a Bloomberg spokesperson told CNN that this whole proposed investigation is a, quote, political ploy. Liz and Jim.
All right, Jay, thanks for that live report.